Hello and welcome back to Tiki Taka Talk. And in today's episode, I have a World Cup semifinal recap. And in today's episode, I will be recapping Argentina versus England, one of the best World Cup matches I think I've ever seen in my lifetime. So let's get into it. Now going into this game, Argentina, many were calling them Vargentina, that it was rigged. But the right side of the bracket was pretty thin in terms of good teams. So both teams going into this game, Argentina and England, both had a really easy path. And England, they thought they had their chance of making the final. They were like, yes, it's coming home. This is our year. Spain, they could beat them. Argentina, not the best team on paper. But if you look, they have the chemistry. They have Lionel Messi. And they wanted to face Spain in the final to get that finalissima. Technically a rematch, but they never faced off in the first place. But let's get into the actual match. First half, 0 shots on target. The first time that's ever happened in a World Cup. Not a singular shot in the first half. But then in the 55th minute, Rodgers crossed it in over Lisandro Martinez. Gordon got to it first. He kicked it into the net. 1-0 England. And this was when the tide turned. England had finally gotten their goal. And then they played haram ball. They put in 7 defenders. 7 defenders. They were playing insanely haram. But then, 85th minute, Messi has the ball. Dribbles past Jed Spence, who did have a great game. Messi passes it to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez shoots it, long shot outside the box. Gets past Jordan Pickford. 1-1. And then, when we think this game, which was terrible coaching by Thomas Tuchel, is going to go to extra time, and then there's going to be some things to figure out there. Lautaro Martinez, off a Messi cross, scores with a header, and Argentina win. 2-1. Lautaro Martinez gets the game-winning goal in the 92nd minute, and Argentina go to the World Cup final. Insanely huge for Argentina. This whole game, they didn't look the best team. Both teams were looking pretty bad. They weren't as good as many people expected them to be. But then Messi turned into a god. And Messi wins man of the match, which he deserved. I don't want to hear no Ronaldo fans saying that he didn't deserve that. Messi was so good. He had so many successful dribbles, 2 assists, and he definitely deserved man of the match. Tuchel needs to improve. I was happy that we had a German coach in the Final Four, but then he showed up with an absolute stinker. Put in 7 defenders. Shots-wise, England had 3 shots on target out of 6 shots in total. 1 goal, and yeah, it wasn't that good for England. Argentina, though, 14 shots, 6 on target, and 2 goals. So when they got them on target, they were kind of clinical. But they had a lot more shots than England, because England were playing haram ball the entire game, but it didn't work out. Possession-wise, Argentina had 64% of the possession. Of course, it wasn't that lopsided for the first half of the game, but then whenever England were playing 10 men in their own box, of course, the possession went to Argentina's way. Now, Harry Kane beat Wayne Rooney's international caps for England. This was his 121st cap for England. And it was an absolute stinker. Harry Kane had a terrible game. I'm a Bayern fan. He was the only Bayern player on the field. And he put up an absolute stinker. So now every Bayern player is gone. Spain or Argentina don't have any Bayern players. Dang it. But, this is great for Argentina. They have made back-to-back finals, and there's no doubt Messi is now the GOAT. Because he has led this Argentina team, who is terrible. Well, they have decent players, but they're not the level of France, Spain, England. But Messi is that guy. And, yeah, back-to-back World Cup finals for Argentina. England, this was the first time that they've gotten 14 World Cup goals, the most in their history. They had 13 in the 2022 World Cup, but they just set their own record with 14 goals in this World Cup, so that is their team record for most goals. And Bellingham and Kane stunk up the field. They were terrible. Bellingham was stinking out the pitch. Kane was stinking out the pitch. And yeah. But this game was super physical. First half, people didn't know what was going to happen. Then England scored, and people thought Argentina are going to go home. England are just going to sit back. But then Argentina showed why they are the reigning defending world champions, and they won the game. I got this prediction right, so I'm 1 for 2. And I'll see you next time for more prediction videos on Tiki Taka Talk.